Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, this is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network. This is a pre-recorded video. I promised I'd come back today on Tuesday to just do a brief reading on current events because I did 2023 predictions last night and I wanted to touch on, there's so many news items, so I wanted to touch on a few, and we won't go too long, but let's take a look. I should have had my cards ready. Let me hang on a second. I'm coming back. All right. We'll use the Llewellyn deck tonight. While I'm thinking of it, the 2023 lunar calendar will be available on my website starting tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. In the meantime, if you'd like a lunar calendar, it was made by my niece. She's an artist. And it's really cool. And you'll get it mid-January. So shipping is free since it's going to arrive late. You can just email me, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up so you can have a lunar calendar. It's $20. Support your local young artists, especially. She's very talented. She must have gotten it. I'm not that kind of an artist. But, yeah. Creativity reigns. Alright, so let's see. I posted a picture of Donald Trump today. It was a picture of him out golfing. He looked obese, he looked pasty and pale, and I'm sorry, to me it looked like he was prime candidate for heart attack, just by the looks of him. So I'm just saying that. That's not a psychic prediction, but I wouldn't be shocked if it happened. He's not doing too good. Trump's energy is not too good. Let's see what's just in terms of like where his head is at. It's not a pretty energy. You don't need me to tell you that. I'm sure you can figure that out. So we'll just take a look at, maybe I don't need these. We'll take a look at where he's going this week energetically. It's the new year. Last year, as I recall, he was at Mar-a-Lago and Melania didn't go to the New Year's Eve party. I guess that was always a big deal at Mar-a-Lago. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at how will Donald Trump's New Year's Eve be. According to some reports, he's not really left Mar-a-Lago much except to go golfing, and he's kind of becoming a recluse, and that's not a sign of somebody who's in a healthy mental state. So the moon card is he's highly emotional right now, and I got the delusional card again. I've been getting this card frequently around Donald Trump. So this is what's going on. He's surrounding himself with people that are telling him that everything's going to be okay. And he's kind of believing that. And the Wheel of Fortune is about to turn not in his favor. So this is how Donald Trump is doing right now. He's under the delusion that he can make it through this, but he cannot. The moon card is he's overcome with intense emotions, and I'm feeling bereft. The word bereft is coming. He's feeling bereft. That doesn't mean he's remorseful. Bereft would mean like having no salvation, nowhere to turn, no relief, no respite, just overcome with emotion. Bereft often means, grief too. So I think he's actually feeling grief, like grieving energy. Let me ask about that, because now if Ivana is popping into my head, Ivana on the other side. So I wonder if Ivana was a strong presence at Christmas time. I kind of sense that Donald Trump is feeling a lot of loss, a sense of loss. Was Ivana a big part of Christmas in the Trump family? It looks like yes. I think that last week was really hard for him. Now, keep in mind, he's a malignant narcissist, so it's not like, I miss Ivana so much, I wish she was here. It's just that it's more like, it's shocking. It's been shocking for him to not have the norm be the norm. And I'm picking up that, I don't know factually, but I'm picking up that Ivana Trump was a big part of their Christmas, events. Maybe she was with the kids and the grandkids and that kind of thing. Is Ivana Trump around? Is her energy around Donald? Yes, very much so. I said when Ivana died that I felt like she was going to make sure that he had to pay the price. Is she directing him? Yeah. So he's got Ivana, the ghost of Ivana, that's really strong. She's directing him. And I feel like this is the words that he should tell all are coming. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why would she be guiding him to tell all? Is that accurate? Is she guiding him to tell all? Yes. I actually think that if he just... I've had this thought once and twice. Just like, what if Donald Trump just said, I did it. Yes, I'm guilty. Would it go easier for him? Instead of just fighting. Because he meets all this evidence against him. He instead of going, okay, yeah, you got me, he goes to, that never happened, it's a witch hunt. How many witch hunts can you have on somebody? I mean, really, if you're a witch, they only hunt you once. They don't, once they hunt you and they find that you're a witch, they don't need to keep finding that out, right? Is he, has he thought about just saying that he's guilty? No, not at all. Just, for the record. Not at all. Not at all. He only knows to be combative. So even though I feel like Ivana's, one of his guides saying tell all, just tell all. Speaking of telling all, I think that Mark Meadows is going to tell all. Let's take a look at that. Or face jail time if he doesn't. It's very, very clear. Mark Meadows facing jail time if he doesn't tell all. And maybe facing jail time either way. This is Mark Meadows. This is how Mark Meadows is feeling right now. The Queen of Cups, Liz Cheney's got the dirt on Mark Meadows. Not only, he's bereft. Speaking of bereft, Mark Meadows is bereft. He doesn't know what to do. He really doesn't know what to do. Liz Cheney's got all the dirt on Mark Meadows. Well, not just her, but I'm just saying, it looks like, I know a lot of people are saying, in the news are saying, Liz Cheney shouldn't have spent so much time just only going after Trump. I don't think that that's the case. I think she's gone after all of them in terms of making sure the evidence is being presented. Let's see, is Mark Meadows going to go to prison? Is Mark Meadows going to go to prison? It's going around. It's yet to be determined. It's very unclear right now. The pendulum tells me when it's ready to tell me. It's not ready to tell me that. Now, I saw Carrie Lake on some sort of, she was on some sort of, I was watching probably a Midas Touch video, likely. And she was saying that she's still holding to that they cheated in Maricopa County and all this craziness. And Steve Bannon was there. And Steve Bannon's energy was all like, he knows he's standing up there lying. He totally knows he's standing up there lying. Totally, 100%. It's just part of the game. It's like, yes, we're standing here lying. So let's take a look at how Carrie Lake is doing. Just for kicks. She's a female fascist, that one. This is how Carrie Lake is doing. She feels like they've taken my stuff. She doesn't really believe that. The devil card is coming up, the horned one, around Carrie Lake. She's going to have to stop it. Like I've said all along, she's going to have to stop it. The King of Swords is here. I almost feel like she'll be facing jail time if she doesn't stop it. I don't know what they have on her, but it's It's the who's going to jail pendulum time. Is Carrie Lake going to jail? Is Carrie Lake going to jail? No. She's pushing her luck. Is Carrie Lake gonna be intimidated into shutting the hell up? Yeah. Intimidated in the sense that if she keeps slandering, I get the word slander. If she keeps up with the slander, she's gonna have so many lawsuits against her. Yeah. She's gonna pipe down in a bit. In a few weeks. I guess in a couple weeks she's gonna pipe down. All right. Title 42 is being upheld by the Supreme Court, the racist MAGA Supreme Court. Good thing we have some justices that have the benefit of all, of all people on their minds, but they're not in the majority. Rather than looking at Title 42, well, let's do that first, actually. Is Title 42 going to be taken away soon? Yeah, so the Supreme Court upheld, so Title 42 means that the borders are pretty much closed and it's only supposed to be used in a health crisis situation to not spread a disease. The Supreme Court temporarily held that Title 42 in place today, but I'm getting that it's going to go away soon. The Biden administration wants it to go away. We have plenty of jobs for plenty of asylum seekers and immigrants. This is crazy. So the Supreme Court. I'm going to pull 3 cards on the Supreme Court to see which direction things are going right now. I think Kavanaugh might be indicted. Okay, the Supreme Court. Corrupt, corrupt, corrupt. I do shuffle these. The light's going to be shown on the Supreme Court. They will still bog us down with burdensome laws or upholding laws that are unjust. All right, is that going to change? The sun shining down on the Supreme Court says their corruption is going to be fully exposed in the next 2-3 months, fully exposed. So then we'll just be going around going, we have a corrupt Supreme Court. I mean, if we're not already doing that, we have a corrupt Supreme Court. We have a corrupt Supreme Court. But 2023 is gonna. A lot of things are gonna get. The guides just showed me this image that's in the Bible of Jesus overthrowing the tables in the temple of the tax collectors and the corrupt people. Anyway, I'm not waxing all biblical on you, but there was a reason the guides are showing me that image. I feel like that's what the American people are going to do. We're going to go in, we're going to go, enough of this crap. Maybe that's what he said. But, I just mean the sense of enough of this, corruption, which I said last night too. That's what I feel like in 2023. It's just like we're going to draw the line and just go, that's it. That's it. Let's look at Brett Kavanaugh. All right, Brett Kavanaugh. Gosh, the 7 of Cups keeps coming up. This is really having to do with all the lies and misinformation and cover-ups and the corruption. And this is Brett Kavanaugh. I'm reading about Brett Kavanaugh. Thinking he's gonna be just fine, but he is worried. Justice is coming for Brett Kavanaugh, but I feel like it's gonna be like mid-year, later in the year. I know, we want it now, but we always want things to happen immediately. And this is taking way too long in an age of instant gratification. It looks like Brett Kavanaugh, they're still building a case on Brett Kavanaugh, and it's not ready yet. The cake isn't baked yet. But the law is gonna, I know there aren't any laws really for the Supreme Court justices, which is crazy. But I do feel like the pressure will be on Brett Kavanaugh Let's ask the cards, do we have enough law and order in our country to prosecute? I mean, I don't think you can prosecute a Supreme Court justice because, you know, it used to be naively assumed that the Supreme Court justices would have ethics and morals. I mean, people used to. There were always bad people, but this is extreme. And we really do need to put something in place so that they can't just be, you know, overtly criminals, you know, on the Supreme Court. Yeah, the Six of Swords says we're gonna make our way away from this corrupt Supreme Court. There will be changes happening on the Supreme Court. I don't know why I keep picking the same cards. The Sun card, because the sun will illuminate the situation. I'll shuffle them a little better. They have created so much destruction and damage, but the Sun card is like, this is just showing me that what's going on with the Supreme Court is going to be fully revealed. And it's going to be a lot of damage that's revealed. We will all know. And then I think collectively we'll have an opportunity as an American public to collectively put the pressure on. That's what we really have to do. Collectively put the pressure on. You know, join Demand Justice. Any organization that's working to reveal the corruption in the Supreme Court and the dark money and everything. And I do get that there's a lot of action on that as we speak. A lot of lawyers and organizations working on exposing, you know, like Mr. Whitehouse, Sheldon Whitehouse, Senator in New Hampshire. There's a lot of work being done to uncover the corruption. And then once it's really fully, if the Sun card coming up twice indicates it will be fully revealed. That's 2 cards of the Sun on the Supreme Court. Okay. Putin and the war and what's going on right now. There was a bill that just passed that has to do with, I have to look up what it's called. You don't have to tell me, I'll find out. So that a coup, I think it had to do with the fake electors, you know, the coup couldn't happen again. So that's a good thing. I'll get back to you on what it's called. Oh my goodness, the Seven of Swords just doesn't want to stop showing up. This is about, this is weird because I keep shuffling these. The Seven of Swords is, we are being stolen from, but the Sun card keeps coming up, which means it's going to be revealed what's going on. You know what? This is the great reveal, I'm going to call it. The great reveal. All the dark money, all the corruption, all the horribleness that's been going on is going to be in full living color right in front of our eyes. Speaking of that, I haven't read the January 6th committee findings, the report yet, but I intend to. It's been a busy time. Just with so much going on. So, yeah, okay. We have been, I mean, I just feel like the guys are saying, the American people are being robbed blind. That's the card of the thief, the Seven of Swords. The Hangman is, we're going to have to, this is a time that we're going to have to all be looking at it and going, whoa, okay. See what we're dealing with here. You know, where you just sit back and you go, okay, you kind of assess the damage. That's what I'm feeling coming up really soon, where we just kind of sit back and assess the damage. The Queen of Wands. Well, I'm starting to see justice coming in a really organic, natural way. Interestingly enough. Okay, let's take a look at Putin. What's going on there? There was a sunflower in that card, so that's interesting. A lot of swords coming up. This is the Russian troops leaving. This is Ukraine having the weaponry that they need to defeat Russia. And the Two of Wands. I'm almost wanting to say a whole division for the war in Ukraine to end, because it does seem like it makes a difference. I'm seeing Ukraine getting a big boost. A big boost. Okay, so let's read on Putin, because that's really what I was looking for. Let's read on Putin. The Judgment card is coming. The Karma card. I feel like it's done. I feel like his energy's done. The universe, this is the Karma card, is going to have, the universe is going to have its way with Putin. I just feel like the walls are closing in, and they're dark walls. The walls closing in, dark walls closing in, feels coffin-like. This is Putin. I said it feels coffin-like. It feels coffin-like. Yeah, I'm just really seeing the Judgment. He can go no further. He can go no further. And I know the people on the news shows keep on saying, you know, like the generals and different representatives, oh, this war is going to go on forever. And I'm like, damn, I'm just not seeing that. I'm just not seeing that. Let's ask the pendulum, because I keep on seeing the war on Ukraine ending in January. Dear pendulum, is it this January that you speak of? Yes, because sometimes, you know, it's happened before that I get the month, but the year's not quite right. It's this January. That's a big yes. It's like the guides are like, you're going to listen to us already? It's a big yes. One of those cards said if we just imagine the war being over, you know, it makes a difference. Okay. Well, I'm doing my best to really shuffle these, because I keep coming up with the same cards, even though I'm shuffling them. Cards have, you know, their own intelligence. They know what they're doing. I'm having the law of attraction is going to be unpacked and examined in the month of January. The law of attraction and related topics to the law of attraction. Every single Saturday in January, I'm having a class. It's a 2-hour class every Saturday. You should join us. Sign up, register, and pay at my website, psychicannetdion.com. I'm going to do my best to put that in the description. And also, to donate to me, you can do that through my website. Okay. This Santos guy in New York, there's something really stinky in New York. This guy's going to take an oath of office, which he's like lying, taking an oath of office. Let's do this. Rather than looking at him specifically, let's look at this, and I'll probably, you know, wind down with this. Are the people that are going to swear an oath to uphold the Constitution, insurrectionists included, are they really going to put their hands on a Bible and swear on the Bible that they will uphold the Constitution and protect and defend the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic? Are they really going to do that and get away with that they're lying? Talk about the big lie. Honestly, I mean, honestly, there's over 100 of them. It's not democracy. Democracy is hobbling, like I said last night. It's hobbling. But we're going to make it, because we believe in healing. And a lot of healing is happening. Don't be fooled. Okay. Okay, so are they really going to put their hands on the Bible and swear an oath to defend and protect our Constitution and America from all enemies, foreign and domestic? Are they really going to do that? The Four of Wands says, okay, just hang on. Hold your horses. Yes, they are. This is the Magician. They're going to pretend. And he's got his hand on... Well, he has his hand extended. So this is the Magician. They're going to do it, but they're not going to mean it. And the Biden administration is going to intervene. Now, I don't mean that they won't take their oath and be seated. But I get that it's like, it's really... It's like a fake oath. It's like it holds no water. Are they gonna put their hand on the Bible and promise to defend the United States of America? Why is it saying no? It's supposed to be January 3rd. Sometimes what I've noticed about the pendulum is if there's no real substance to something, it doesn't count. It doesn't count it. Okay. Are the insurrectionists going to be taking an oath and seated? Are they all going to be taking an oath and seated? No. Is somebody going to pull out that 14th Amendment and say, we not so fast, buddies? Well, stay tuned for our next episode of the Psychic News Network to see what more we find out about that. Because it's against the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution that anybody who's participated in an insurrection cannot hold their seat. Wow. Okay, this is the shortest video ever, but I just wanted to check in because I promised that I would. And now I have to... go do something. So I will see you tomorrow night at Bridge Cape Ann. Go to Bridge Cape Ann at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bridge Cape Ann, we have our show, The Psychic and the Sidekick, and I'll be answering a lot of questions about the new year. We're going to start that show with our last year's show. So we'll be watching last year's show. I might have given you the wrong time. Check in around 6. And then Friday Night Live. Saturday, I'm doing a special event here, live on YouTube, from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Similar to what I did last year. I'll tell you more about that later. Please check out my website, psychicanetdion.com. If you'd like to book a reading, I have plenty of space. So, I don't know why. You get a lot out of a reading, so definitely get in touch. psychicanetdion.com. And if you want to order a beautiful lunar calendar, next time I'll take it off the wall so you can see it better. Just email me, anetdion7@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up. They're $20. And shipping is free, because they might arrive to you a little bit late. All right. Thank you so much. Please watch Church of Spirituality. Thank you for all your love and support. It's much appreciated. One of these days I'll respond to all of your comments. It's just time consuming. All right. Love you guys. See you.